When Figure announced earlier this year that it was working on a general-purpose humanoid robot, our excitement was tempered somewhat by the fact that the company didn't have much to show besides renders of the robot that it hoped to eventually build. Figure had a slick-looking vision, but without anything to back it up. Besides a world-class robotics team, of course, it was unclear how fast they'd be able to progress. As it turns out, they've progressed pretty darn fast, and today Figure is unveiled its Figure 01 robot, which has gone from nothing at all to dynamic walking in under a year. A couple of things to note about the video. Once you tear your eyes away from that shiny metal skin and the enormous battery backpack, first, the robot is walking dynamically without a tether and there are no nervous-looking roboticists within easy grabbing distance. Dynamic walking means that there are points during the robot's gait cycle where abruptly stopping would cause the robot to fall over, since it's depending on momentum to keep itself in motion. It's the kind of walking that humans do, and is significantly more difficult than a more traditional robotic walk, in which a robot makes sure that its center of mass is always safely positioned above a solid ground contact. Dynamic walking is also where those gentle arm swings come from. They're helping keep the robot's motion smooth and balanced, again in a human-like way. The second thing that stands out is how skinny and shiny this robot is, especially if you can look past the cable routing. Figure had initially shown renderings of a robot with the form factor of a slim human, but there's usually a pretty big difference between an initial fancy render and real hardware that shows up months later. It now looks like Figure actually has a shot at keeping to that slim design, which has multiple benefits. There are human-robot interaction considerations, where a smaller form factor is likely to be less intimidating, but more importantly, the mass you save by slimming down as much as possible leads to a robot that's more efficient, cheaper, and safer.